Hey.
Started with dreams on the streets of ST, a boy with a clock and a vision to be free. Chasing the sun, always pushing the line, focused on the goal, the legend's design. No breaks in his heart, no fears in his veins. He raced with the world, never played the same games. From rain-soaked tracks to the world's big stage. Started with dreams on the streets of ST, a boy.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. Fort Minor.
Okay, let's go.
You ready?
All right, welcome back to Pretty Dirty Talk TV. It's been a while.
It's been a long while.
I'm Jordana Tolan.
I'm Diane Schreiner.
And we have two guests with us right now. Why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is Jared Staver, but calls me Buddy.
My name's Cash, and everyone calls me Cash.
Yeah, right on.
Awesome. And Cash, so you're now starting to join Done Right TV. So what are you going to be doing helping out Kelly?
Yeah, I'm just here on the show right now. I'm probably here gonna go to the racetrack with him sometime and help with the cameras and stuff. So
So you're
he's
going to be
just showing
joining
the
me on
ropes.
them cameras, buddy.
Yeah.
You get to deal with me a lot, so
Nice.
I'm sorry.
I apologize in advance.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. How old are you?
I'm 15. I'm turning 16 in July. Yeah, not much about me, you know.
And your dad and family goes racing?
No, my dad was just like a business associate of Kelly's. So,
Awesome.
yeah, my dad just said I should help Kelly out, and I could work for him, and I thought that was a good idea.
Yeah.
Very cool.
What school do you go to?
I go to Davenport West High School. I'm a sophomore.
Awesome. Play any sports?
No, not right now. I might do track next year, like the discus throwing.
That's awesome. I love
Yeah.
track.
You ever been to the races?
Yeah.
Awesome.
You're in for a fun time.
For sure. We like to have fun.
Yeah. All right, buddy. Tell us about you.
Buddy Staver, 36, Stockton, Illinois native. Yeah,
You're putting it out there where you're from already.
it's whatever. Most people probably know who I am already, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, small town kid from Stockton, Illinois.
Yeah.
Do driver of number 7 Sport Mod, actually. We do a lot of dirt track racing, Sport Mod. If I ain't racing, I'm wrestling.
I seen that.
Yeah, winter time, I started wrestling when I was 5 years old, went through all the high school, I never went to college or anything, but had a lot of success through the wrestling stuff too as well. Now I continue all that with my coaching career. Been coaching wrestling for 15 years now at the high school level. We've had a lot of success in our program. My younger brother Logan runs our K through 8th grade program. Actually, during the winter time, once a week, we actually podcast about wrestling. So
That's
I'd say no
awesome.
new for me to be podcasting, ain't a big deal at all. I'll get in front of the mic
Not
and
like
talk.
most guys that come on
Yeah.
and they're nervous.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I said earlier. You gotta be careful putting a mic in front of me. I don't shut up half the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We're fine with that.
Right.
being
We
able
don't
to
get
talk.
many people like that, so
Yeah.
it's
No,
usually
I'll-
us.
Most of them just want to clam up.
Yeah, I'll talk your ear off if you ain't careful. So, but Sport mod driver. We've been driving sport mod now for, this is like our 5th year, I think, as far as full years. So
What kind of chassis do you drive?
I got a Kryptonite.
Awesome.
Yeah, I got a Kryptonite. One of like 5 or 6 sport mods built, actually. Not
That's
very many
awesome.
of them, but yeah. I bought it from Tyler and Jamie up at TMR. Them guys were, when I bought it, they were super good to me. As far as getting the car, helped me out with parts when I needed. I couldn't afford all new, and them guys had a lot of leftover
Who
stuff.
can?
Right, exactly, and it was a good turning point in our career. We started out, we did it right. I remember it was 4th of July of 2021, over Dubuque, and ran into the Leverton family. They had a sport mod for sale, and I'm like, my buddy had been racing a limited late model, and he's like, man, you want to start racing? Let's do it. Like, sure. So sold the Harley, talked to them guys, and bought my first car 4th of July of 2021. It was like an '08 BMS or something like that, but it was something that it ran.
That's
It
all you
worked,
really
yeah.
need.
Went in a circle.
Sometimes those are
Yeah.
the best times is when you have a car that just runs and you're not in
Oh.
it trying to like prove anything. You're out there just having fun, because as soon as you get invested and you're after this and that and money and you got so much involved in it, then you're sweating every night.
Oh, 100%. And we were just out there to see if we can go in a circle. It ain't that easy. That's for dang
No,
sure.
it's
So it was a '08, '09, something like that, BMS. We bought a 1978 home built trailer to pull around, and we did it right for a couple years. I think our rookie year in the IMCA, we were like 7th in rookie points or something like that. So we
Nice.
did pretty good.
7 in the 7th.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There you
Trust me,
go.
that number is going to come up. But anyway, yeah, the next or our second full year, whatever, they reeled us in and we bought a brand new car. So it was cool. I was able to build my first car from scratch. It was exciting. Difficult times, didn't know really what to do or this or
absolutely.
that, but hey, we're building a car from scratch. That was really cool.
That's
I know
that's
when
an
we met in
accomplishment.
Makokata,
Yep.
we got to talking around a bonfire when we
Yeah.
were all out having a couple drinks, and
Yeah.
I was
No,
so
never.
impressed with your story. I wanted to bring you on then, and
Yeah.
it was kind of the end of our season,
Yeah.
so we didn't get to.
Yeah.
And I assume that's what this picture is about. So,
That picture is exactly 30 years apart.
really,
Yep.
wow, that's awesome.
So yeah, that would have been 1994. That was
And that's your dad.
that's my dad, 1994, and actually that's my grandpa's house. My grandpa sold this house, but I actually live right next to it.
Oh, wow.
But the people who bought it are cool. They actually raced with Derek Thompson, 34T, modified A-mod driver. These guys are good friends with him, so they understand everything, and they let me pull the car in the front yard. And obviously some things have changed, but the 7 hasn't.
Right.
So that's why we race. I lost my dad when I was 4 years old. Kind of a heartbreak thing, small town, and something like that kind of happens, and luckily, like my grandpa's here. He was a little camera shy. He didn't want to come on, but
We tried.
We
did
tried.
try.
He
He was just too cute for the camera.
I made sure he shaved the way down, but we didn't tell him what we were doing until we got into Davenport. So he was
Surprise.
surprised. He's like, nah, I ain't doing that. So, but
Well, you
and
better get him some food over at Circle Tap at least.
we'll
Deserves
stop. We'll
that.
stop in. So, but him and Rod Cameron, my godfather, actually kept this dream alive for a long time. I had one of the best childhoods. I grew up on a blue school bus going to the Freeport Raceway Park.
That's awesome.
Rod was a welder fabricator for 30-some years. He cut the tail off a school bus and turned it into a race car hauler.
That's
So
awesome.
as a kid, tell me what's cooler.
Right.
Yeah.
What's cooler than riding in a 1978 C60 school bus?
That's
The
awesome.
4-speed split rear end is pretty cool. So, we throughout the years they were able to kind of keep that alive for me, and kind of go to the races and this and that. And Rod kind of retired from racing right when I was getting out of high school. So I mean, yeah, I probably could have gotten into a car sooner, maybe this or that. But to be able to have that dream kind of be kept alive for me was pretty neat. And
That is awesome.
I think timing was perfect. Everything happens when it's supposed to happen.
100%, and it's really become into a family affair too, And I had my trial times, I had my troubled times, where, as you speak, where timing is everything. I probably could have had it all taken from me, So I mean, where I was at, I was down to probably $100 in my pocket, and I was having everybody turned away from me and losing family, and I had to turn my life around. And honestly, I could probably say one of few people who could probably say racing probably saved my life.
I love that.
You know, in an aspect where people were trying me to do this, trying for me to do that. You know, I didn't need to go into details, but yeah, I hit rock bottom. You know, I was able to see that and pray, and well, my prayers were answered with a race car.
Not only that, look at you now, though. I
Yeah.
mean, you had an exciting even winter. I mean, Clash on the Coast.
Yeah, I mean, look where it's taken me. You know,
Yeah.
I'm making friends. You know, we're good friends with the Freiberger family. You know, we bunked up with them down in Florida for a week. You know,
That's
couldn't have
nice.
asked for a better time. You know, and just anywhere we go, I got a trouble not talking. So anywhere we go, I just meet people, talk to people, whether they're in the pits or I don't care where we pull up next to. We need to find a pit stall. We're gonna make friends.
Yeah.
You know, and anybody that says I do this in racing is a liar. You know, there's no I in this. I mean, it's a lot of work. Don't get me wrong, but it's not I. There's a lot There's a lot of hands involved in this. You know, whether it's me, my brother-in-law, Maddox Blakely, my good friend Josh Welton, he kind of got me started and everything, and then my family. My mom's a big supporter. My sisters are big supporters. My brothers are big supporters. You know, my grandpa's 79 years old. He's had more surgeries, more titanium in his body. But he's always at the shop when I get off work saying, what are we doing? You know, for me to see that, you know, that was...
Keeps you all going. It keeps them going. Keeps them young. And it's a family
if you look
thing.
at him, it's like,
yeah.
he's ready to do this. What's my excuse?
Yeah,
You know, if
exactly.
he's had more surgery, like I say, he's got
He's
titanium.
out here outworking me. I better get my butt out there.
I mean, he's got a plastic brake line in his leg as a...
Plastic brake line.
I ain't kidding, you know, like, that's what he does. He's got diabetic, so he's, you know, blood ain't flowing right.
Next time
so
I see him, I'll be like, don't put on the brakes, okay? Keep going.
Keep moving, exactly, right? Keep moving forward. So, you know...
That's one great motivator, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, and he's seen more troubled times as just as much as I have. You know, to see how positive he stays and everything and how we do things, you know, is what's more of a motivator than that,
Right.
you know, so, and
And
Yeah.
it just shows what kind of person you are, because if you can hit rock bottom, know and admit your problems, and then come up to where you are,
Yeah.
like, you should be so proud of yourself.
yeah,
I am.
I don't give a shit. Like, sorry, I know we're live,
No,
but
you're
like, you know, yeah, I'm
We got
about it.
baby Jesus
Yeah,
for that.
baby, sorry for that. I don't drink or nothing, but I'll go have a good time for sure. I'm goofy as they come.
Yeah.
You know, hell, they talked me into doing karaoke and down in Clash on the Coast. I was sober as a bone.
I know. I got to see some of your dance moves
Oh,
and some of the
God,
stuff
yeah,
sent to me.
Yeah. Thanks, Brittany. I get it.
Yeah. Speaking
but-
of Brittany and
yeah.
your engagement,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. So life's been busy. I mean, the car is pretty much ready to go, but like, yeah, I mean, gotta have a wife here shortly. You know, I mean, we're not in a hurry, but like, you know, just a commitment thing too. Like, hey, we're gonna do this together. You know, life's busy. I need help. You need help. Like, we're bunking down. We're doing this together.
That's awesome.
You know, when we have the wedding and everything, that's here to come. But you know, we're doing it. So.
Well, and that's the best relationships, the ones that support each other in what you do. So
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
You know, like our first date was at the racetrack in Dubuque.
yeah. And
So-
of course, in true woman fashion, she's like, "Oh, you need pictures and video? I got you."
Yeah, no, and like, well, I'm like, I'm remodeling a house right now, and you're trying to get a hold of me. I'm telling her, I'm like, you know,
Help a
I'm
brother
I'm
out.
trying to get stuff over to Mike to get the ramp
Yeah.
done. I mean, you know, talking to sponsors. This last few weeks been busy, and you know, I work construction, so I pour concrete for a living. So days are long, you know, and I guess just joking earlier, it seems like I don't work a Saturday until racing season starts. You know,
Yeah.
so we'll be at the track till 10 o'clock.
Tis the
you know,
season
11
for
o'clock.
concrete
and
work, yeah.
Drive home, get home at 1 o'clock, get up at 4 o'clock. You know,
Do it
so
all
it's-
over
do
again
it
the
all
next
over
week, yep.
again. So, but that's us.
And I seen in one of the pictures, you had a couch full of kids.
Oh.
Like, there is a lot of kids in your
Yeah.
family.
So I mean, Ma's ran a daycare my entire life, which is 30-some years, you know. So we have a sweet spot for his kids, and we know the innocence of a kid. You know, obviously, like I was young, when my dad passed, so like we get the innocence of a child. You know, every kid's different, so we see that in every kid. You know, and like I say, we coach wrestling. My family does. We're involved with wrestling. We're involved with individuals, you know, all the time. So part of the things we do when we go to Mom's is like, I forget the lady's name. She just made that coloring book. Is it Cindy? Not too long ago.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Cindy
yeah.
has one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She made that coloring book, and of course we bought it, of course, and then we just made duplicates of my page, and that's what they do sometimes for free time.
Yeah.
And then they color the race car, and then we got the hero cards from Brandon Nailing for BA Photography.
Oh, yeah.
and gave them all to the kids, and the kids just love that stuff. So like our favorite night at the racetrack is kids' nights, hands down. You know, we go race all these big shows. Screw with that. I love kids. I love hanging out with kids, and just that they're fun, they're energetic, and I love kids. So
and that just shows,
as well.
Yes, 100%.
It just shows what all the people, the community of racing does, for the future generations to make them more involved. Cindy or BA photography. There's the small things that they don't go unnoticed, and I love that you brought that up.
Yeah.
So.
100%. So that's
I mean, even our next guest, Travis, he's very often, he'll bring flags and hand them out to all the kids at the racetrack as they come in. So
yeah. Like I say, that's our favorite night. My sister's very good with that too. They get the slap bracelets one year we handed out, glow sticks we handed out, and when we had freeze pops one year in the track.
Larson says Staver for president.
I was a little kid. My fingers in the fence at Freeport watching him race. So.
We need that karaoke video.
Yeah, come on, Brittany, bring it.
I should have held that one in for this conversation.
Of all songs, I did not pick the song. It was a song requested, and they brought it up and put it on. I wouldn't have picked that song, but I'm a big Kid Rock fan, so they picked a Kid Rock song.
Dang,
so
I was hoping for some Faith Hill or something.
Like, I would have done some REO Speedwagon or something, kind of broke everything down a little smaller, but yeah. So then, and just kind of going back to everything, like, I see Bone Larson down here too, kind of commented, I before I even started racing, I would jump the fence in Darlington to go say hi to Rod, and I'd always go over to Bone and shake his hand and wish him good luck, just kind of, I remember him as a kid, meeting him as a kid, and kind of watching him come up through and everything, and how he donates basically everything to his dad still now, and that's kind of why we race is for that number 7,
right.
With everything. And I kind of want to say, like, this year too, we have a good friend of mine. He watched all my races. He was a fellow wrestler, and he raced with my dad. He just lost his son not too long ago. He's 21 years old, and this year we're kind of racing for Jacob Reddington. Okay. We're racing for Reddington. We have it on our car, and we're gonna make some shirts and stuff like that. So, we see these losses. We know what it feels like and stuff like that as our family and all of our friends and stuff. So, we do that quite a bit. Like a young kid that passed away not too long ago, we put on his nickname was Melon. We put Forever 11 Melon on our car. Stuff like that. We see that as a family, and like I say, it's a family sport. Our team is a family. Like I say, we see that stuff and we know what it's like. So. We're able to kind of, as much as we can, broadcast that too. Hey, no one's ever gone until they're forgotten. I've said several times.
Oh, absolutely.
So, in order to keep that alive, it's like some of these generations will come and go. Like my dad's family or friends and stuff, that generation will come and go. But as long as I can keep his name alive, he's with us. So.
Yep. And doing that for other people, it means so much to their families. So. Just being able to, carry their name or, their anything of them on your car.
Yeah,
you're taking them with you.
Yeah, 100%. It's meaningful for us, and it's meaningful for the families too. And anybody that can kind of help, present that as well. So.
Absolutely, I like that. But yeah, so.
Also, you never know what, somebody else is probably going through exactly what you are. When you lost your dad, there's a kid out there who goes to the races who maybe was going with their dad and they lost their dad, and, just you could be such an inspiration to them. Like, hey, I'm not going to let this stop me.
And I thought about that actually too, like, because obviously we talked about this for a couple weeks now, and of course she's just laying in bed. What am I going to say here? What are they going to ask me or something like that? And I come on here. I don't want like a sympathy, like, oh man, you lost your dad. I'm over that. I'm not over that. But like, I don't want like, oh man, you hit rock bottom. That's good for you. I would rather this message go out there and reach somebody that needs it.
Right.
Hey, I hit rock bottom. I had $100 to my name, but everything that I've in racing right now I have is bought and paid for.
Right.
Hard work will get you wherever you want to go.
Sure will.
Within your means. Leave it that way. Within your means. Am I going to be a millionaire somewhere and make NASCAR team? I mean, maybe not. But you know what?
Start out a billionaire.
We will pray with baby Jesus for that.
We do
for
good.
You.
We do pretty good for ourselves. Like I say, I was able to build a brand new car a couple years ago.
Way to call me old, ass.
I built a car. I built a brand new car. Kryptonite race car from TMR, and them guys were good to me. Jamie and Tyler, they were good to me. And fifth night out, like I say, it's weird how things can happen. 5th night out on a brand new car. I got tapped in the right rear in the back for Darlington and onside kicked that son of a bitch. Boom, there she went. Smashed, totaled. Within a week, we had that thing loaded up in the back of my truck. Stripped down to bare frame, back of my truck. I delivered it to Kryptonite, set it off, came home. It was a 21 hours round trip, in case anybody wants to know.
Yeah.
Dropped it off, came back. The next weekend, I was back out there picking it up, and we were putting it back together. We struggled the rest of that year for the most part, just missing some stuff here and there. You know, I rushed it. We really missed 2 weeks of racing.
Wow.
I wonder if that's the picture that Brittany sent me.
Well, there's a couple of, I know we sent you a couple of them.
Do you have a picture, the picture image 2, or 1 it would be?
There's a few pictures I think I sent you of it smashed up pretty good.
Oh, yeah,
If it's-
hold on a second.
If it's from that night or not, so everybody can see what you're talking about here.
Yeah, I got it pretty good. But like you say, we only missed 2 weeks of racing for having a pretty much smashed car, right front stub, tail.
There was pieces still, not that one. There you go. Yep.
Wow.
So there she
Yeah.
is.
So was that night?
That's the night. We say it took the right front stub, took the tail, and for the most part, the rest of it wasn't too bad. I mean, Freddie and Tyler and them guys, they got her back together. We only missed a couple nights of racing. We were pretty slow getting her back, finding our rhythm again. And it took me until going back to Darlington. We raced Davenport, we raced Macokota, we raced Freeport, we raced these other places to try and just kind of we stayed away from Darlington for a little bit, not gonna lie. It was just more of a mental thing or what it was, but
It's a fast track, though.
it's a fast track. I love that track. I like that track. It's Matt Chris does a great job with that track, keeping it packed in tight. There's never any ruts or like that. It's a great track. It's a fast track, real long. And going back to Darlington, and we were struggling. We were kind of missing this and that, blah blah blah. And in the feature race, I'm starting towards the back. I get hit in the left rear, pop a tire. I come in. I'm like, I'm good, guys. My buddy changed the tire. He said, quit being a pussy. He went out there, and I went from like 18th to 5th.
Wow.
So I'm like, all right, that was kind of like our turning point. We're back in this, The next year we come out, we build our first Cameron engines motor. We went to an open motor, and we were top 5 consistently.
That's awesome.
Picked up our first 2 feature wins. This last year we had a feature win, 5 heat race wins, top 5 consistently. Pretty much wherever we went, Dubuque, Macokota, Darlington, kind of our main local ones. And it's also really weird. I didn't really say this earlier, but like the night I wrecked was Father's Day weekend. My first win in Darlington was Father's Day weekend.
Wow.
My second win in Darlington was Father's Day weekend. So to see somebody, try you, oh, this is fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, oh man, you've been waiting for this. And then to kind of take everything away from you, you don't quit.
No.
When you have your eyes set on something, your heart's there, you don't quit, right? And we rebuilt that sucker instantly. We were trialed, we were kind of struggling, and then we found our groove again. And then to come back in the next year, get our first win on Father's Day weekend, the same weekend we rolled our car. And then the following year, got our second win in Darlington on Father's Day weekend. So that's cool. I don't care where you are. That's pretty cool. To kind of have some signs or that 7, or kind of start thinking about stuff and why you do this is, tell me that's not powerful.
Yeah.
It is,
And a reminder, like, still, something happened, but don't give up.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like I said earlier, if you can get something to where, if you could,
oh my God!
Is he warmed up?
Hold on.
He's warmed
He's
up.
not on camera yet. Give me a second, guys. Here's your headset.
Now,
Put that over your
Jaden
ears.
Rice says, little bro here saw the bottom of his car 3 cars back.
Yeah.
Scoot on in there and talk to the mic. There you go. Go ahead. You're
Now,
comfortable. There's no rush.
Who do we have here with us?
Grandpa Joe.
Grandpa Joe.
Yep, Papa Joe.
Yeah,
Awesome.
he's our eye in the sky. We call him as.
He's like, I'm not missing out on this action now.
He beats us to the racetrack most nights. I'm in the pit unloading the car. He's already got a seat up in the stands and kind of eyeballing the track and who's all here already. Where they checking in at?
I got old and I had to get out of the pits, so I go to the stand.
You still give the signals from the stands, like, come on, buddy.
No, it's usually go faster.
Yeah. He's got a walking stick. Most times I come over in between the sessions or something like that. I gotta keep my head down. He's gonna hit me with it. Stay off the bottom. So, they got there. You're on TV. He got you.
Look at
Dude.
that
Oh, yeah.
handsome fella.
But so yeah, he kept him and Rod kept this whole racing dream alive. Obviously, you know, he's been through the trials and triumphs as just as much as I have. You know, with everything and all the years and everything we've put through this stuff, and you know, he's been my number one for all this whole time. You know, and so having him by my side has been great. Like I say, how many surgeries have you had through the years?
Oh, about 14 or 15.
Wow.
Surgeries, and he's got the plastic brake lines in his leg for his blood. You know, and otherwise he wanted to cut his foot off the one day and it hurt so bad. He's like, I got something for you. You're fine.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
You know, I always say he wrote the book on tough. You know, so
I don't know
like,
about that.
you know, just he's taught me all these years. You bite the bullet, you're fine.
Yep.
You know, you're fine. Just keep moving forward. You know, throughout the day and I come home from working 15, 14 hours of pouring concrete in the summer, my feet dragging my feet, and he's there at the garage door open saying, what are we doing today? You know, I want to take a break.
Now we got to get at it.
You got to go.
Yep.
So,
What's
I
your
mean,
favorite
Car's
thing
not
of
gonna
watching
fix
him
itself.
race?
Oh, I don't know. I just love racing. I've been going to NASCAR races since I can remember, and any kind of short track races I'll go to. So I just love racing, and I love watching him race.
Yeah.
Got to make you proud.
Oh, he does. He makes us all proud. Yeah.
He's a native of Darlington as well.
I
So
grew
he-
up in Darlington.
Oh, okay.
He's took the car in the track a couple times, not legally, but he's been up there.
Those are the best times, best
As
memories.
soon as the cop goes over the bridge, we go down on the track.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah, he's got all kinds of stories with like Arnie Christian and
Joe Finn.
Joe Finn from Stockton. He was a native, a long time racer. Joe Finn name. He was always around Rod's shop growing up, and we know that family as well. Joe's got a son, and we watch Joe's grandson actually, Scott's boy, Tanner. He's got autism. You know, my family's always watched him for years.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of slowed down from that. Scott's retiring, but the racing name around us has been around for a long time. Just kind of being involved with it, like I say, between him and me and
Rod
everybody.
Cameron.
Yep,
I've been
Rod.
with Rod for years.
Yeah, and I think Rod drove my dad's car first, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of how Rod kind of got itch and stuck to it, and then obviously when my dad died, and Rod and him never stopped.
Yeah.
And kind of just kept that. Man, this means a lot to both of them.
Rod's family's a big race family too.
So Rod's from Missouri. That's where and talking about easy living.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they're from. So
His brother raced the sprint cars, wing sprints.
410.
wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, those things make me nervous. I don't know about that.
Yeah,
we just
that's my engine builder down there.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of those after Burlington the one year. I cannot get into it. It just makes me so nervous.
We used to go to the Nationals out at Knoxville every year, and Rod's still going out. I kind of gave it up, but that was really enjoyable going to the
Yeah.
Knoxville
I
Nationals.
love that track.
Yeah. So.
Do you still get nervous when he gets out there on that track?
Oh yeah, I'm not as nervous as my wife does.
I bet not.
She's usually banging on me and beating me.
Look at him go! Look at him go!
There's a cage around me. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah.
Sounds like you have a lot of cheerleaders in your back.
We get a big family, so yeah.
Yeah.
Usually anywhere we go in the pits, the girls are in charge of the food. They bring
Like a
crock pots.
smorgasbord down the pits.
Yeah, they bring food.
Well, then
they
I
bring,
know where
know
we're
where to go.
going.
Oh, yeah.
We don't have to cook no more, Shug.
Nope.
Hit
There's
us
got
up.
plenty
There's
of
usually-
food.
Yeah. And like
I
I
don't
say,
know.
I mean, I'm
Usually
always.
people come to us for
Yeah,
food, though.
I know
Yeah.
they are waiting for us to make our soups or whatever,
Yeah.
pickle dip.
Oh,
We'll just come together then.
there you go.
You know to find us.
Yep.
Yep.
And anybody that wants to kind of follow us too, we got a TikTok, Staver Racing 7 on TikTok. I think I don't have anything to do with it. Brittany does. She does all that crap. I don't do it. But Staver Racing on Facebook.
Yep.
Yeah, Brittany, I'm sure you're watching, so make sure you put your link in the comment.
So yeah, it's been good. It's been fun.
It's a
this
family affair.
Yeah, this journey, between, like you say, kind of the way life changed us, kind of growing up. I didn't really need a daycare growing up. I still got the flags my grandma made me when I was a kid out that would just give me a matchbox full of cars and a dirt pile. That was my childhood, just play
Those are
with
the
cars.
best ones.
Play
Yep.
with cars. Mom and dad could be gone for hours. I'm back in the backyard playing with cars.
I just bought my grandson his first Hot Wheels.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Heck, our fun at the track, but my grandparents ran East Moline, so my brother would get out the dollies. They would carry out all the soda to the concession stands, and he'd make me get on it, and he'd be racing me around the track with his buddy, with my sister on the other one, crashing us into each other. So nothing wrong with a little dirty fun at the track.
No, yeah, absolutely. Oh. So, and at East Moline, we're actually hoping to get down there this year. Sunday night racing's hard for me, with family and stuff like that, work. So we usually, Darlington's our closest track to us. We love it up there. I mean, it's fan-friendly as crazy up there. And we'll hit Makokata up every now and then. East Moline's on our schedule this year. We're going to get to East Moline this year. And
how far of a drive is that for you?
East Moline's about an hour 45. Oh. So on a Sunday night... and I'm up.
Memorial Day weekend.
That's what it is this year. That's our goal this year is Memorial Day weekend. Labor Day weekend, we're heading to Missouri again this year. We're going to do some USRA stuff down there. Bethany Fair down in Missouri, we're going to race that. And then we're going to have Winston again this year, which is a Friday night. And Farley, the Yankee, we're going to get to that. And, our weekly racing might be a little bit slimmer this year. We're just going to have live stuff. But, I look forward to kind of doing some shows, kind of do some traveling this end of the year, and that's always the fun stuff, kind of new tracks, new people, just luck of the draw type of stuff, which I need to find somebody to start drawing for me.
That is luck, too.
Yeah.
I'm not lucky, otherwise I would, and then I would feel really bad. I'd be drawing like 312.
Yep. Go to Clash on the Coast, and you get 4 different draws, and then all 4 draws are in the back. It's like, could you at least got one good draw for God's sakes? But
when I'm at the track doing driver check-in, and once in a while they'd be like, draw for me. I'm like, nope.
I am not to blame.
Yeah. Nope, ain't doing it.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
What is do you have anything new you're trying this year on your car that you weren't last year? Not without giving away secrets. I know there's some things you're not going to share.
Hi, Amanda.
No, not really. More right foot, I think, this year. Probably
more right foot.
Not really. I mean,
less brakes.
We freshed up the motor this year. We got a fresh motor. Just little stuff. Nothing real serious. Just more seat time, more experience. So like I say, only our 5th year, and again, probably count up the actual races we have, and people like Carter and Franz and them guys get that in a year.
Yeah.
And they're racing for like national points. I mean, they're racing 3 nights a weekend. We race once a weekend.
Right.
Right there, it's just one season. You're tripling my race amount. So I mean, we're just kind of just keep growing. We're just trying to keep growing our program, whether it's like we just, like you say, freshen the motor up, whether we can get some more sponsors, and stuff like that. We're always looking for help. Whether we can get,
you can never have too much help.
Right,
it's not cheap.
No, it's not.
We buy throw-off tires from Jed. That's what we run, Firebigger. We run used tires. We cut them up, grind them, sipe them up ourselves. Stuff like that.
Cole Stechter wants to know your speed secrets.
I kind of want to know what speed secrets are.
Chase the 24.
Yeah. Chase the 24.
He knows what my secret is, but I can't share that online, Cole.
Matt Speedell just made a liar out of me. He said, last time you drew for me, I had 3rd, the best start. So, I mean, I guess sometimes I'm on it. It just depends on who it's for.
Yeah, so...
She cheated for you.
I must have. Just don't tell anybody.
I gotta know when you're taking tickets then.
Right. Yeah.
So nothing new. We're just gonna keep doing our thing. This is our 3rd year in our kryptonite.
Yep.
3rd or 4th year. 3rd year in our kryptonite. So
anxious to get going.
Yeah. We started the year out already down the Clash on the Coast. I mean, we didn't really change much from there. We had a fresh motor down there, and besides our draw, I mean, we did pretty good, but lap time wise, I mean, passing some cars, we got passed a few times, and just kind of some luck stuff. That, I mean, for the most part, I mean, down there we're racing with some of the best of the best.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
So I mean, we were
just making the features.
Just making the features. A few nights was good for us, you know, and we were in the top 15, here and there. So I mean, we moved forward in our heat races every night, and so we were pretty pleased how we did down there.
Yeah.
So
Grant says, "Buddy is my hero."
He's my hero.
Our kryptonite buddy. That's right.
Wow. So, awesome. Well, it sounds like you've already had a great start to your year. Mm-hmm. And I look forward to watching you out there this season. I mean, I've seen you Makokata. Yep. I saw you in Darlington. I saw you at Farley. Yep. That was my first time at Darlington, my first time at Farley. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's been cool meeting you and getting to know you and stuff and whatnot. So I'll look forward to. I'll have a new driver to cheer on out there in the sport mods.
Well, I appreciate it. I really do. Like you say, we usually got a crock pot of food, so stop on down.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
We will be there for sure. I will be.
There's usually a cooler there too.
Yeah.
There's a good
Yeah, just because I don't
Now
drink.
I don't
you're
drink
speaking
either.
my
Just
language.
because I don't drink, there's plenty of fun, and there's drinking, they're still there. Like, don't get me wrong. I know my limit.
I just carry my
I know the limits too.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I took the 4-barrel off, the 2-barrel back on. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome.
So,
Well, then, while we bring our next guest up, do you want to read off the birthdays then?
Yeah, I'm actually going to start with some
There you go.
racing for this weekend. So the race in Tipton, the Mars Series, tomorrow is actually canceled.
So it's 34. I just pulled.
And 34 is now canceled as well. So Mother Nature has not been kind to start off this racing season. I mean, I haven't seen a race yet.
I know.
I'm not
And
happy
everybody
about it.
is at home like, I can't wait.
Everybody's chomping at the bit. But hopefully she'll be kind and let us get some racing in this weekend. But, you know, with Tipton canceling Cedar County, so Friday, April 17th, that's the season opener for Davenport Speedway. During intermission, the kids can all participate in the Egg Stravaganza Easter egg hunt. So that should be a good time. They're going to have lots of kids hanging out and getting
Speaking
the candy.
of kids, we also need to mention East Moline is looking for sponsors for the kids.
Yes, absolutely. So the Kids Club, yes, this Kids Club is looking for sponsors to get toys, little giveaways. They're looking for money to buy bicycles, or if you just want to purchase bicycles. They plan to do a lot of stuff over the year. So any help they can get, you could either reach out to me or Jordana, and we can get it to where it needs to go. We're also looking for sponsors for our podcast.
Yes.
You know,
We want to keep this going and keep sharing stories like buddies and all of our guests, not just racing, but it just brings another side of racing and where the passion is and where it comes from. It's just an inspiration.
absolutely.
So-
And it's, you know, and like he said, it's, you know, getting the kids involved and keeping them involved. That's absolutely huge because that's where the future of racing's coming from. So then on Saturday, April 18th, Maquoketa Speedway kicks off their season with the bumper-to-bumper IRA 410 sprints. So, but you're not afraid of sprint cars, as we just discussed.
You know, that wreck in Burlington, it scarred me for life.
Yeah, you'll have that.
That one was a bad one. So
And then, you know, to round out the weekend, East Moline Speedway is supposed to start off their season on Sunday, April 19th. The Kids Club's going to spotlight tonight's other guest, Travis Denning. Travis will be under the grandstands with his IMCA late model signing autographs, and they're also going to have some face painting and debut the new mascot. So that'll be fun.
So who's the mascot?
What's that?
Do I get to know who's under the mascot?
I don't even know who's under the
Oh.
mascot. I mean, I know.
I wanna turn.
I just don't know who they are. So
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've also got some birthdays in the house.
Yeah, Amanda Brassfield. Happy birthday, girl. I cannot wait to spend time with you soon. So let's get together.
We got Katie Gould. Happy birthday to you.
TJ Francis.
Andy Warner. He's been around the track for a while.
Yes,
Happy
he
birthday,
has.
Andy.
So,
And then Brett Sievertson.
oh yeah.
Everybody knows Brett. Everybody loves Brett.
So happy birthday to all of you guys. I know we like to usually get a longer list than this. We were a little short on time for the birthday list, but
That's
thanks
all right.
for those who did send them in.
Appreciate it. So our next guest, Travis Denning. So, Travis, there is all kinds of Facebook stuff going around, but we'll get to that.
Sure.
We're going to get to that. I want to know more. Where are you from? What do you race? And how'd you get started in racing?
I'm from Sterling, Illinois. Racing late models and modifieds right now, kind of on and off. Started in go-karts probably when I was about 14. We used to race up in Grundy County, actually. So every Saturday morning, that's kind of where we went. My dad raced, so I kind of grew up same thing as everybody else. Kind of grew up going to the track, watching him. So,
What kind of car did he race?
Street stock, kind of just like that.
Okay.
That one. So,
So back then, over bombers.
yeah, pretty much the bombers nowadays are hobby stocks, I guess
Yep.
I would probably say.
Yep, absolutely.
Got Jesse watching you. Says, hi, Uncle Trav.
Yeah.
So, you know, when did you realize, you know, when you were watching your dad and stuff, when did you realize, you know, you wanted to go fast too and start your racing in go-karts?
I really don't know. I mean, I guess kind of growing up, I was kind of like a four-wheeler, the go-karts, and, you know, making laps around the house and all that stuff. And we went to a go-kart race kind of on a Saturday afternoon, and my dad kind of asked me, you know, if this is what you want to do. I mean, I'm like, sure. You know, it looked fun at the time, and it's been every summer pretty much wide open ever since then. So that's pretty much
So
my
you
whole
went
life.
from go-karts to street stocks.
Yep, and then I ran those 2 years. We went to Bureau County and Freeport, Illinois. That's kind of where I cut my teeth at as well. So then we kind of went. They had a Midwestern late model, which is kind of like, I would say like a sportsman type class back then. So and we kind of just went right into that, and just, you know, a couple of years ago was kind of when we started messing around with modifieds, but I've always kind of been a full fender car. So
Right.
So late model is probably your favorite class out of everything you've drove?
yeah, I think so. Like UMP late model, I did that for a couple of years or whatever, kind of raced around Sycamore and stuff like that. And, you know, that's the type of late model racing I like, you know, 850 horsepower, kind of, you know, we're on crate engine stuff now,
Right.
but that's just the way that it is and more economical. So
how many years is this now that you've been racing?
I would say 1995 was my first go-kart race, so however long that is.
It's
Long
almost
time.
30 years.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, no, that'd be 31 years.
Let's not give away his age, okay?
Long time.
Yeah, long time.
So what motivates you to keep going?
I don't know, really. I just can't quit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing, really.
It's like
I
a
mean,
drug.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
Yeah, it is. It's just, I mean, what else are you really going to do? And then, you know, kind of racing season comes around, you know, and in June, when if you're struggling or something, like I said, like, you can find a lot of different stuff to do in the middle of June.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just, I mean, it's just nice to be, that's all our friends, too. That's kind of all we kind of know. And,
It's today.
And your family.
no, it's not my birthday.
Somebody's, a couple people are saying happy birthday, Travis.
Yeah, it's definitely not. That's just kind of on kind of.
Oh, okay. All right. They're just being smartasses. That's all right.
Much.
Instead of like, Happy Thanksgiving.
Right.
Randomly.
Yes,
Happy
absolutely.
birthday. Not your birthday.
So what got you into the Crown Vics?
Kind of cost of things, really, and I
race
do.
one so bad. I want to race one so bad.
I do feel like, you know, as long as you keep the rules and stuff under control, I do feel like it's a kind of cheaper way to get back into it or start. And
Absolutely.
I mean, like I said, I'm not ragging on the four cylinders or whatever, but you know what type of money those guys spend.
They do.
And eventually, like, you know, Brett Root actually told me it takes 7 years for an actual race car driver to ruin any class.
Yeah.
So, and that's probably about right. So, I think East Moline, like, that was the original plan, was to try to get him to there last year, and we all know that fell apart type thing. And I just think it'd be maybe back the door banging a little bit.
Yeah.
Put different people in the stands, you know, kind of high action stuff, I guess.
Right. Well, and see different drivers.
Yeah.
I mean, with the, you know, that class coming out, we've had new people that we've never seen before. And that's kind of what it's all about, bringing more people to the track.
Yeah, and that's, you know, that's kind of what used to do, like the four cylinders, like kind of when I was younger, you have a bunch of high school guys, you know, and all their buddies coming or whatever, and now, like, the high school kids' parents or whoever typically can't afford that four-cylinder anymore. And the Crown Vics, I mean, they are getting hard to find because, I mean, it's kind of across the United States at this point, you know, like Cletus doing all that stuff that he's doing, and, you know, Dubuque kind of did that last year, and now all of us, you know, around here, Makokata, East Moline, everybody kind of running them. I think, I don't know who else is doing it out, Boone or somewhere, I don't know. But
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean, they are kind of getting a little bit harder, but it'll be a pretty good class.
So we were talking earlier with Buddy about the kids, and doing stuff for the kids. So has that always been a thing for you, just keeping the kids involved and doing things for them? Because you do donate a lot, like flags and different things for them, and to keep them coming to the track.
Yeah, I mean, like kind of like back. It goes back to like when I was a kid, I guess. But Freeport was always really good about it. They had their kind of their own concession stand. With the flags and all that stuff, and a lot of the tracks, I mean, really kind of got away from doing that, really, and I just thought, just something else to kind of give them, things to remember, or material things, I guess I should say, to hold on to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and the kids love it. I mean, they get so excited, when they've got a driver that's gonna, they're getting something from them, or even just an autograph. I mean,
that was the best when I was a kid. East Moline, Jesse always had dollar photos and dollar flag, and then he always had something little, the kids. So that was what every kid was running down there to do. So,
yep, because keeping them sitting still in the stands isn't always easy. But
that's why I like Davenport for kids. They just send them down to the other end. It's fine. It's
run
fine.
And play. Yep, absolutely. So, do you have any race day superstitions?
I don't know.
Does.
I don't know.
It's like I don't change my underwear.
No. I mean, I'm sure I probably do.
Like at our house, it's no chicken on race days. You can't wear green on race days. Well, you got green race cars.
Chicken?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you can't eat peanuts on race day.
I'm bringing every single one around. I'm going to break every single rule.
You go right on ahead. I'm not going to be there to hear it because I'll be busy working.
There's a lot of people that are actually kind of weird about peanuts for some reason.
Yes.
I don't know why
Peanuts?
that is.
Peanuts. No peanuts on race day. Dang. And they sell peanuts at the track.
Yeah.
You guys got a problem with nuts?
I guess.
I don't have a problem with nuts.
To the windows, to the walls. Anyway, but you're kind of like a big kid yourself.
Yeah, that's what they tell me. They keep telling me that stuff. So yeah, I like to jack around a lot.
So tell us a little bit about Amanda and the kids.
Well,
she kind of stays behind the scenes a lot. I mean, I've seen her at the racetrack a million times because I work there, but I've never actually really met her or talked to her.
Yeah, she likes to kind of lay low. We like to keep our, home life
absolutely
kind of separate, especially, kind of social media stuff nowadays. So, but yeah, we're actually getting ready to start racing A-Bowl in go-karts and stuff. Exit 7. We got him a little wing cart from Brunson Benning.
Nice.
It's a little boy, and then
Hudson.
Yeah, yep. And then Eliza's actually doing some barrel racing. So I don't know nothing about horses, but they found a place to take her lessons, and that's what she likes to enjoy doing.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
That's kind of where we're at.
So well, that'll take a little bit of time away from racing, but that's okay because the kids are more important anyway.
Yeah, it was a kind of when we made the decision going go-kart racing. Everybody wasn't really racing on Saturday nights.
Right.
And then now every go-kart track is on Saturday nights, and it doesn't make much sense to us, but, that's just what we're dealt with. So.
Yeah. Exit 7's a nice track.
Yep.
And so is Viola.
Yep.
I mean,
both of them are good tracks,
Yep. I've worked both.
We Exit 7 a couple times, so doing picture work, video stuff, and
I was just there on Saturday helping work the race with some scoring, so.
Hopefully get Jake and them in here, too, to talk and get that more out there for more kids to get involved. So that would be good.
For sure. So, with race cars, what kind of chassis do you run?
We just switched over. I wrecked my car. We went to, I think, West Virginia or something last year, or Virginia, one of the two. Tore my other car up real bad, so we got a new car. It's Factor, late model. Jody Wilson, those guys, and Bruce built, threw that thing together, and I think we actually got the first chassis, so we're kind of doing a little R&D and stuff together and all that. And then Logan and us, we built a modified chassis, and we got a stock car chassis out there too right now, and that's the Matter Daddy chassis. So
yeah, that's where I was going with this one.
Yep.
So tell us about Matter Daddy chassis. How did that come about?
Honestly, we're just kind of jacking around one day, but as far as the name goes, but we just myself, I really just wasn't really happy with the direction some things were going. So we got together. Mike Garland had a pretty big part in it, and Logan and myself, and we just have our own ideas, and we don't know if it's going to work or not, but we're going to try it and hopefully put ourselves on the map kind of in that direction. So
Absolutely. So what kind of chassis will you build? You going to do everything, or are you just going to stick to a couple?
Me and Logan pretty much are going to have the only A mods right now. I mean, just so we can kind of get them out there. We are building sport mods and stuff like that, but I don't think we're going to dip off in the late model world quite yet. So,
Yeah, stock cars though. You do have one stock car out there.
yeah. We'll have that out pretty quick. Kid will have that out, so
Very cool. That's my favorite class.
yeah.
So, since you started racing, who was somebody who really mentored you a lot?
Well, I mean, kind of just where I'm from, kind of locally or whatever. David Engelkins, his dad, John Engelkins, like I kind of grew up in that, around them. So, I mean, he showed me, a lot, back then or whatever. So, I kind of leaned on those guys, and
Dave's awesome.
yeah. So they, like I said, I wouldn't have known half the stuff I know, now, I guess I should say. But, yeah, pretty much Dave, So,
And who did you cheer for when you were a kid?
locally, shoot.
Actually, I want to know who you booed for.
Rob.
I don't know that guy.
No, actually, me and Rob always raced pretty good together. I always felt, but
No, I was scared at first. I was scared of you.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, this motherfucker. He's everywhere, Dad. I couldn't watch. It was bad.
He's
I did.
competition.
And on a live too one time, and I was like, oh God, this man's gonna hate me. I didn't know Travis at the time, but I was like, oh my God, he's everywhere. I don't know I can't watch this.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
It's a learning curve.
He did, but look at you now,
Yeah.
Shug. You got
Yeah.
this. Now you're
Yeah.
kicking butt and taking names.
Yeah, we got our nights sometimes, for sure.
So you're going to be doing the parts truck at East Moline this year.
Yep.
So with that being said, you also deliver parts, tires, race fuel. You're going to be doing VP fuel this year.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about that business.
It just kind of started off like, we're just trying to save a little bit of money, really.
Yeah.
And now there's not really anybody left to speak about, in the Quad Cities, in my opinion. So we just kind of started running some of the stuff through our own, like, local delivery stuff, like, my actual business, and just trying to help out kind of everybody, just by bringing it to their door, I guess.
That's awesome, though, because, I mean, a lot of guys, they work so many hours that it's hard to get to the parts place, or, if they order something, it's always on back order, or, they're not going to get it in time. It's going to show up the day of the race, and then they don't have time to put their car back together. So, I mean, I did see a Facebook post where you delivered some tires to Logan.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Yeah, we kind of, Logan, like I said, he's about hour and a half away from me, but like from our house to his house, we're about 3 hours split.
Wow.
So we definitely, we cover a lot of area between the both of us, and that's kind of our goal. And obviously we had some issues, obviously everybody's probably seen all that, and we just had to make a little slight pivot in a different direction. And I mean, it didn't really affect us at all, and got our own website. I don't want to release the name of that quite yet. We just got some things we got to button up on it, but it's gonna.
and I won't say it.
Yeah. But yeah. So I mean, it'll work out pretty good, and my goal, in the very beginning was, to kind of make sure I don't let anybody down as far as the parts truck and stuff. When, I know what it's like coming a long ways and not having, certain stuff, and we've been racing a really long time, so I do feel like we have a pretty good idea, what we need to have. So
Sure. And like if somebody's going to be at the track and they need something from you, I mean, what's the best way to get a hold of you? Just Facebook or?
yeah, or my number's out there too, or whatever. But as far as at the racetrack, I think we're gonna move the parts truck back where I usually pit out in the back.
Oh, okay.
So, and if Brandon decides to show up for work, he's probably gonna run that truck. He's supposed to be here tonight, but
Way to throw him under the bus.
Yeah, I did.
Way to go, Brandon.
I sure did.
Jeez.
So,
Let's
happy
go,
birthday.
Brandon.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Happy birthday, Brandon. Jeez.
Yeah. So
So, besides, go-karts and barrel racing, what else do you like to do on non-race days?
I don't know. I mean, we really.
No, it's never a non-race
I don't
day.
know really what people do. I don't know what we
I think
do.
that happens with age. It's like you hit a certain limit, you're like, now I'm just an awkward adult.
Well, you're always
What do we
go,
do?
go, 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 go. I mean, with all the parts and everything else. And then you kind of just kind of had like a business issue that didn't take off.
Yep.
But,
Well, it'll take off. Just
well,
you
just
know.
not in the direction that it was going to go.
Yeah, that's exactly right. But,
Care to dish anything out on that one?
Mike Garland told me I could not speak unless he was here on my
Well,
behalf.
I'm sorry, Mike, but you've just been overruled.
Yeah.
Maybe he's watching. Is that good enough?
I don't think he is watching, but I'd be happy to call him.
Yeah. we need permission.
Yeah.
I don't think we need anything.
Yeah, it was just end of the day, it was just a business deal that we decided against. It was financially a better decision for us. So
No?
I
You
mean-
always got to watch out for number one.
yeah.
And
Way to keep it clean, Travis.
I mean,
Starting out early before the track.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of had questions about your hashtags, and stuff, but we'll keep it clean today.
Yeah, end of the day, like, a lot of the stuff I've kind of bit my tongue on that's been going on for the past probably 4 years, just to kind of keep me out of the spotlight, our family out of the spotlight, and
Keep the peace.
and some people just decide not to let that go, and, either way, like, it goes back to the saying, no matter what they're watching, so I guess hi Todd and hi Evan Miller.
Yeah.
There you go.
So,
and just
yeah.
like, the name, Matt or Daddy, I was asking Travis about this earlier, that, what is it the saying is, if they're already mad, let's make
Yeah.
them madder.
That's pretty much it too. So
That's awesome.
yeah. So
And
I think when you're
everybody-
doing good, you're going to piss somebody off no matter what. So just keep doing you.
yeah, and that's kind of the approach that we've kind of mostly
Yeah.
tried to take. But sometimes you can only
People
get
love to hate
yeah.
on like the winners. Always, if you're winning at life, winning at racing, you're going to be the black sheep.
Yeah, it's really easy to put yourself in a position where you feel like you kind of get railroaded in some situations, and that could be just for simple fact somebody's got more Facebook followers than you and really don't know any part of any situation, but
Kinda like
wanna
the
be a
keyboard
part of
warriors.
something.
Oh, yeah.
It goes back, and I've been there in my younger days too, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
And, so that's just the way it is now. So,
That's how people are, and it has been for life. I mean, people could be booing you, and you go up and sit right next to them, and they not even know that it was you. And that always
Right.
drove me nuts as a kid watching. And my dad would come up and say hi. And this race before for his heat, they were back there booing or saying whatever they could about him.
Yep.
So most of the time, these people don't know you and know enough, and that's kind of why we wanted to always keep this going. I mean, Sandy did an amazing job doing it and getting out who you are as a person, because you're more than what you do on a track, you
Yeah.
know?
yeah,
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of energy, and there's a lot of passion that goes into it, and people don't see that.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's, even like at local level, it's just like I said, it's kind of weird the way that it is, but I mean, it's a full-time job. I mean, everybody gets on here and probably says that, and I've said it in the past, but I mean, and then that's exactly what it becomes, as a job. And
Yeah.
if you're not there, you're late for work,
Yeah.
So
Yep. I mean, it takes so much time and effort to keep a race car going, to keep it, just from the, getting into a wreck and then being back out the next day. I mean, it's so time consuming, people don't realize
Having
how
a
much
motor torn down because they're
for
teching you,
sure,
and then you putting it back together for the next morning, and that race got over at 1 a.m.
Yep, people don't realize how much sleep you're not getting.
yeah,
And then, the keyboard comments and everything else. I mean, sometimes it's hard to bite your tongue, but you've done a pretty good job of it over the years, and you're winning at life. You're doing it.
Yeah, Amanda probably helped me out with a lot of that too. She
Yeah.
kind of,
Toned you down a little.
yeah, a little bit. There's a lot of things I like to say. And she's like, I probably wouldn't put that out.
Well, that's
there,
why she's your better half.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's exactly right. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, it is 7
It's
o'clock.
go time.
It is go
So
time.
we'll be heading over to Circle Tap.
I do also want to shout out Levi Heath for that
Oh, yeah.
pretty little lamp that we've got here, our Pretty Dirty Talk TV lamp that he made. If you want one like that with your logo, whatever you want on it, get a hold of Levi. He'd be happy to make you one. And I don't know. I mean, I guess we're going to head over to Circle Tap if anybody wants to join us and grab an $8 burger basket and maybe some darts and some drinks.
I don't know. I guess I'll lose at darts for everybody.
I'll beat you. It's fine. And I want to thank Kelly for getting us back out here for 2026. And I'm excited to see where the season goes with us.
Yeah. I mean, look at Kelly beasted it today. The lights went out. The audio's been goofy. So thanks for sticking with us.
They were both me.
He's probably back there rolling his eyes at us. Shut up.
Stuff happens.
It does happen, but you'll have that.
And if you want to be part of this one night, definitely let us know. We like to bring on anybody, not just drivers, fans,
Yes.
whatever. Just
Absolutely.
Come sit here and watch with us, hang out
Yeah,
with us.
you're
We
always
enjoy
welcome
it.
just to come hang out and chill and veg out because we're having fun.
And thanks, Travis, for letting us beat you up for the night.
Thanks for having me on here.
And then we look forward to seeing you at East Mollene's opening night, whether it happens this weekend.
Yeah.
Mother Nature's not been very nice, so I'm not going to hold my breath on that
Hopefully
one.
they got them rocks.
Yeah, we'll take care of the rocks. I'm not too worried about those. I'll be out there picking them up myself if I have to.
There you go.
But all right,
All right.
well, we will see you all next time. I don't know if we're going to be back next week, but we'll announce our next show
We'll
and
keep
our
you
next
posted.
guest. Awesome. Thanks everybody and have a great night.